Hey people, it's Niles talking. Now, this is a philosophical video, and this is just me kind of having a stream of consciousness talk. And I titled this video "Looking Within for Answers," and it ties into some of the things I've talked about. I've talked about black people sort of leaving behind dysfunctional black people and linking up with our right-minded black individuals to create communities away from dysfunction and with a good mindset towards success. And what I really want to talk about is something that someone had said to me, which was like about helping others. And they were constantly harping about, oh, how can we help others? How can we change others? And I just find this a frustrating topic to be badgered about. Like, what do you mean change others? And I've once joked, you can't, some people fail to change their underwear on a daily basis. And you want me to change them to become a functional human being? Like, what are you talking about? And there's lots of quotations about this. I remember one person said, or one philosopher said, when I was younger, I tried to change the world. When I gained wisdom, I tried to change myself. And that's one of the things I talk about, changing yourself. And one thing I was often talking about is like focusing on yourself and changing yourself. And I remember I was once that always is selfish and turning it back. Oh, wait, what? Why is it selfish to focus on yourself and to help yourself? I mean, like Margaret Thatcher once said, the Good Samaritan had more than just good intentions, he also had money. Imagine if a person just tries to help people to his own detriment, to the point where they lose everything and they've given away everything that makes them good in a vain attempt to help others. It was said on a video I watched, which said, well, the commentator made a student announcement where he said about the successful black man coming back to the hood to give back. And he said, it sounded like parasites don't want their host to leave. Now, I don't want to frame it in that way because I'm sure there are good people in the hood who can benefit from it. But the idea is these people should just keep coming back. Even like when people like Nipsey Hussle go to the hood and get murdered by people who are envious of their success. And instead of asking for their help, they view them with rage and anger, viewing like, how dare he rise above and become something? And those of you who have any kind of religious knowledge, and if you're black and who are my main listeners, you probably do. You must know about Christianity, Judaism, or Islam. And within those three religions, they teach the story of Noah, the prophet, and he, at least in the Islamic story, lived for 900 years. He tried to tell his people to change, to drop their wickedness, to follow God, and none of them would change, apart from his own family. And even, I think, in some versions of the story, some of his own family refused. They said, no, you're a liar, you don't know what you're talking about, you're crazy. So he kept building his ark, and the world was destroyed. Now, if you take the story for what it is, in the story, God, the creator of all the universe, all-powerful, got so frustrated by the people's unwillingness to change, he thought it was better to destroy them than let them continue going. Now, I think if you take this lesson as a real life kind of story, it is that you cannot try and change people. You can simply focus on yourself and trying to become a better person and let people face the consequences of their actions. And even if have you ever seen the film Dirty Harry with Clint Eastwood, there's a great scene in that film where it really summarizes trying to save people and destroying yourself. And there's a man who's trying to kill himself, and Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry, is up on the ledge, and he says, I'm not going to get too close to you, because what you guys do is you'll jump out and try and grab someone in order to save yourself, and you'll drag me down. And what he does is he uses his talking points to get him so angry that he runs back to get him, and then when he's at a safe distance, grabs him and pulls him back away from the ledge from a position of safety. And that is a good example of what he knew what would happen. If he put himself in a position of danger, he would simply lose too. He got someone to change metaphorically and come back to him. And if you follow me on Instagram, I post lots of memes, and I think memes are great. Images have a great way of conveying ideas simply. And there was one meme that relates to this whole self-help theme that I really got frustrated with. It had this one of a black woman being held up by a black man, and they had a kind of like an oxygen mask going from him to her. And the caption was, "Some black men aren't here to hurt; they're here to heal and renew." And I hated the message of that because it promotes dysfunctional, codependent relationships. No man and no woman is there to save you or fix you. And to have these expectations, it destroys the foundation of the relationship because you're putting these expectations that no human being can meet. They will fix your childhood trauma. They will fix your emotional abuse. They will fix the trauma from your past relationships. They will fix your bad habits. They will motivate you. They will fix everything. And inevitably, no human being can live up to these expectations, and they fail, or the relationships become dysfunctional. And that's one of the things. I don't like these kinds of memes. It sounds like some Hollywood fantasy, because that's what it is. It promotes an idea of reality of a relationship that doesn't work, of a quick fix, save me, do it. I always say in a relationship, you have to fix yourself. You cannot expect a man to come in and fix you, and no man can expect a woman to come in and fix him. You often say about, you see the reverse ones, you see some memes saying, "I want a shorty to hold me down and lift me up." Like, you're a man and you're a woman. You have to stand on your own 2 feet and fix yourselves. And true strength comes from within. And, going back to the religious thing, I remember a quote that I remember seeing, and it said, it is from Islam, it said, "Allah does not change a people until the people change themselves." So loads of people want this magical change, and the change can only come through hard work, sacrifice, struggle, and discipline. That's the only way. You cannot change other people. You can only change yourself. And people will be inspired, some people will be inspired by your example and follow. And some people will not. And you have to, as a mature adult, accept that people are who they are. They will not. Sometimes they love the chaos. They love the dysfunction. And they love not accomplishing anything. And why? Because sometimes to achieve something, to be greater than what they are, means having to rise up to that challenge. And it scares them. Not doing anything, being weak, having low expectations is safe. Working hard, discipline, requires that they be better than themselves, and they don't want to do that. Anyway, I don't want to go on too long waffling, so anyway, peace.